Judges at the International Court of Justice, the top UN court, delivered a mixed verdict on Wednesday, determining that Russia had violated a UN anti-terrorism treaty but refraining from passing judgment on Kyiv's claims that Moscow was responsible for the downing of Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 over eastern Ukraine in 2014. Simultaneously, the ICJ found Russia in breach of an anti-discrimination treaty for neglecting to support Ukrainian language education in Crimea following its annexation in 2014. While the rulings represent a legal setback for Kyiv, the court opted against granting reparations for the violations and only instructed Russia to adhere to the treaties. Anton Koronevich, Ukraine's representative, underscored the significance of the judgment, emphasizing that it marked the first official designation of Russia as an international law violator. He noted that despite the court's decisions, it acknowledged Russia's breach of international law. Ukraine initiated the lawsuit in 2017, accusing Russia of violating an anti-terrorism treaty by financing pro-Russian separatists in Ukraine. The ICJ judges acknowledged that Moscow violated the UN's anti-terrorism treaty by failing to investigate plausible allegations of funds being sent from Russia to Ukraine for potential terrorist activities. The court ordered Russia to conduct investigations into such allegations but rejected Kyiv's plea for reparations. Regarding MH17, the court refrained from making a ruling, asserting that violations related to funding terrorism pertained only to monetary and financial support, not the supply of weapons or training. Ukraine had contended that Russia provided the missile system that downed the aircraft, but did not allege financial support in that specific case. In a hearing last June in The Hague, Russia dismissed Ukraine's allegations of funding and controlling pro-Russian separatists as baseless fiction. The lengthy case, spanning nearly 7 years, involved Ukraine accusing Russia of supporting pro-Russian forces, including those responsible for the MH17 tragedy in 2014, where 298 passengers and crew lost their lives. In a separate development, in November 2022, a Dutch court sentenced 2 Russians and a Ukrainian in absentia to life imprisonment for their roles in the MH17 disaster. The ICJ also addressed Ukraine's claims that Russia sought to eradicate the culture and ethnic Tatars and Ukrainians in Crimea. While the court dismissed the claims related to the Tatars, it found that Moscow had not done enough to support Ukrainian language education. The ICJ's judgments are final and cannot be appealed, but the court lacks the means to enforce its decisions. On Friday, the ICJ is expected to rule on another case in which Ukraine alleges that Russia falsely applied the 1948 Genocide Convention to justify its invasion on February 24, 2022.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.